Hello everybody, welcome back to the Footy Round. My name is now Mia, and today we're going to be going through the upcoming matches of match week 28 in the Premier League. So let's get started with the first match. So Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Aston Villa. That match finished 2-0 to Wolves. Joao Gomez scored the opening goal to give Wolves the lead in the 61st minute, and then Rodrigo Gomez scored a late goal to make it 2-0 to Wolves. Adam Armstrong gave the assist for Joao Gomez's goal, and Joao Gomez was the man of the match in that game. Aston Villa played really poor in that game, and they didn't manage to get the 3 points, and Wolverhampton Wanderers managed to get the 3 points, and they played really well in that game. The next game is Bournemouth versus Sunderland. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. They've been playing really poor so far this season, Bournemouth. They're 9th in the league. Sunderland are starting to slide down in the Premier League table. They're 12th in the league, Sunderland. The last time they played, they surprisingly lost at home at the Stadium of Light 3-1 against Fulham, which is a very disappointing result for them. And Bournemouth, the last time they played, they drew their game. And they've been playing really poor so far this season. Both teams have been playing poor. So it's going to be a tight match, this one. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. The next game is Burnley versus Brentford. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Brentford. They've been playing really poor so far this season, Brentford. They're 8th in the league. And Burnley, they've also been playing really poor so far this season. They're 19th in the league. Brentford's top goal scorer this season is Igor Thiago, scoring 15 goals for the club. He's been shining for Brentford lately. So hopefully he can score a couple of goals in this game against Burnley. But I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Brentford. Burnley, the last time they played, they lost away at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace 1-0, which was a very disappointing result for them. So it's going to be a tough match for Burnley, but I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Brentford. The next game is Liverpool versus West Ham. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Liverpool. They've been playing really well so far this season, Liverpool. They're 6th in the league. The last time they played, they beat Nottingham Forest away at the City Ground 1-0, which was a very good result for them. West Ham are 18th in the league. They've been playing really poor so far this season. They're currently fighting for relegation. And Liverpool's top goal scorer this season is Hugo Ekitike, scoring 15 goals for the club. He's been playing really well so far this season for Liverpool, and he's helped Liverpool get 6th place in the Premier League. So it's going to be a tough match for West Ham, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Liverpool. The next game is Newcastle United versus Everton. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Everton. They've been playing really poor so far this season, Everton. They're 13th in the league. The last time they played, they lost at home at their new stadium, the Hildy Dickinson Stadium, 1-0 at home against Manchester United, which was a very disappointing result for Everton. And Newcastle United, the last time they played, they lost at home at St James's Park against Manchester City 2-1, which is a very disappointing result for them as well. Newcastle, they're 10th in the league. Their top goal scorer this season is Nick Waltemada, scoring 9 goals for the club. Hopefully he can score a goal in this game against Everton, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Everton. The next game is Leeds United versus Manchester City. I'm going to go for a 4-1 win for Man City. They've been playing really well so far this season, Man City. They're 2nd in the league. They're 5 points behind Arsenal. And their top goal scorer this season is Erling Haaland, scoring 23 goals for the club. He's been shining for Manchester City lately, so hopefully he can score a couple of goals in this game against Leeds United. But I'm going to go for a 4-1 win for Man City. The last time they played, they beat Newcastle away at the St James's Park 2-1, which is a very good result for Manchester City. And Nick O'Reilly has been on form so far for Man City. He scored a brace against Newcastle, so hopefully he can score a goal in this game against Leeds United. But I'm going to go for a 4-1 win for Man City, because Leeds United are 15th in the league, and they've been playing really poor so far this season. And the last time they played, they drew 1-1 away at Aston Villa, who are currently 3rd in the league, which was a very disappointing result for Leeds United. So it's going to be a tough match for them, but I'm going to go for a 4-1 win for Man City. The next game is Brighton versus Nottingham Forest. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Brighton have been playing really poor so far this season. They're 14th in the league. Nottingham Forest are 17th in the league. Both teams have been playing poor. Brighton, the last time they played, they beat Brentford away 2-0 at the GTEC Community Stadium, which is a very good result for them, considering that they're 14th in the league. And Fabian Herzler, he was going to get sacked if Brighton lost against Brentford. So luckily Brighton beat Brentford 2-0 and Fabian Herzler still has his job. So it's going to be a tough match for Nottingham Forest because I think that Brighton are a better team and I think that this match is going to be 1-1. The next game is Fulham versus Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Fulham. They've been playing really well so far this season, Fulham. They're 5 games unbeaten. The last time they played, they beat Sunderland away at the Stadium of Light 3-1, which is a very good result for Fulham. Raul Jimenez has been on form for Fulham. He scored a goal against Sunderland the last time Fulham played, and he's their top goal scorer for Fulham. He scored about 8 goals this season. Raul Jimenez, he's been shining for Fulham lately. So hopefully he can score a couple of goals in this game against Tottenham Hotspur. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Fulham. Tottenham Hotspur have been playing really poor so far this season. They're sliding down the Premier League table. They're 16th in the league. They're fighting for relegation, Tottenham Hotspur. So it's going to be a tough match for them. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Fulham. The next game is Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for United. They've been playing really well so far this season, Manchester United. They're 10 games unbeaten. The last time they played, they beat Everton away at the Hill Dickinson Stadium 1-0. Benjamin Šeško, he scored a late goal in the 71st minute to give Manchester United the lead, and they won 1-0. Manchester United, Benjamin Šeško has scored a goal in the past 3 games. He scored the winner against Fulham, which Man United won 3-2, and then he scored a late goal to equalise the game against West Ham, which Man United was playing away against West Ham, to make it 1-1, and then Benjamin Šeško scored another goal to make it 1-0 against Everton. So he's been shining lately for Manchester United, Benjamin Šeško. So hopefully he can score a goal in this game against Crystal Palace, but I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Manchester United. The last game is Arsenal versus Chelsea. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. What a match this is going to be, because Chelsea are 5th in the league and Arsenal are currently top of the league. They've been playing really well so far this season, Arsenal. They're about 5 games unbeaten. The last time they played, they beat Tottenham Hotspur 4-1 away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is a very good result for Arsenal. Chelsea, the last time they played, they surprisingly drew at home at the Stamford Bridge 1-1, which is a very disappointing result for Chelsea. João Pedro is Chelsea's top goal scorer this season. He's been shining for the club lately, so hopefully he can score a goal against Arsenal in this game, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. So that's my score predictions, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace.